Alright, so my voice is back finally, and that means I can start yapping. So here we are, we're gonna yap. Now, I'm gonna hit you with an opinion that might be a bit, a bit hot, too much to handle. You're not gonna hear many people say this. And honestly, saying it before I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I fully agree with it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I think the Heishou team has made the game better overall. Now, I'm going to give you a nice little pause so you can gasp in shock going, Okay, we all got the shock of our systems. And I say this for two main reasons. Now, I could go and list all the faults and all the things wrong with the Heishou team, but I really like the team. Yes, it holds my hand. Yes, it fixes my skill issue. What can I say? But no. So if you like this kind of video, please like, comment, subscribe. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. And yeah, we're recording this live, by the way, over on Twitch and YouTube. Now make sure to follow the links in the description. Let me tell you why I think this. Or why I think the Heishous were good for the game. They've promoted two big things. One, full team archetypes. And I'm not talking like a bleed team where it's for La Mancha land. Okay, here's 5 units, fill up 2 others, or whatever. Outside of this guy, a whole team. And 2. And this is why I'm saying it's good for the game. Faust, I think, opened up KJH's eyes and the development team. I think they've learned from the lesson of Faust, and that's why one of the big complaints many people have, and myself included, all the Heishous, I'm talking like the U branch, Wu branch, this sheep, they all suffer, and her, I guess, to an extent, they all suffer from one fatal problem. They all released after Faust. Now, I could go on and on talking about things I don't really understand fully about how Faust is just insane with Chenju Starblade, and how you get Deathright Haste and everything. Because it feels like they really quickly at the end decided we're going to change these, like Shadowmark, for example, is the best example I've got. Where was it again? No, Shadowmark. It's basically a Deathright effect without saying Deathright Shattermark. That's because Faust can't abuse it. Now, that's not to say it's not good. I mean, it's okay, it's decent. But I really like it. It's if you're a new player, or yeah, let me do that again. If you're a new player, or you're returning, and you want to know what a good team is, the Heishou team, for 2 reasons. And I'm going to say this err on the side of caution. 1, they're easy to play. Where all you need to do, turn 1, is activate defense skill to gain their, subsequent Strider effects. Or buff them up. Same with Drifting Blade as well. All you need to do is just do 1 to get Protective Stance. But it's all, okay, activate a guard. There you go. Then you get the special effects from the passive, and then you do more stuff. Now, does anyone disagree so far? If not, we're going to move on to the big problem. Now for the big problem. As good as they are, as simple as and easy to play as they are also not. Because they're trying to do everything all at once. Now, people call them the best Rupture team, and it's because they apply Rupture, or they have Rupture baked into the kits, as you see here, skill 3, not skill 3, skill 2, skill 3, all says Rupture count. It's not the best, but it's there. But Lord of Hunger is a prime example of this. It truly feels like, especially with this, where you can swap them out, he's trying to do everything all at once, and that's why you get such fucking word vomit on skills here. Like, I ain't reading all this, I'm just going to play it, and we'll learn it through that. That's how it does. Or that's how it works. Same with the U branch as well. Like, a big issue I've got is I don't like U branch. I don't like him giving up 50% HP. If you take less damage, he has a self-revive. This Sinclair doesn't because he was given for free. YouTube P-Enter, yeah, P-Enter was one. And another problem is they released in pairs, so we had these two first, then we had the C branch and Faust. This is a bit of a hot topic here, and I can already see I can see you typing right now. You know who you are. I'm going to say it. Apologies in advance. This is a bad unit.
You're dead to me.
I like this unit. She's a fun unit. She's a bad unit. Purely because they released Wu Branch. I'm not dissing her, Sparkle. I said I liked the unit. But they released another unit to make up the deficit, the problem, like, with it. You suck. She sucks. Literally, it says here, this entire fucking paragraph here is dedicated to family hierarch Ishmael. It takes me invalid. I mean, yeah, you could say that. It's me talking about Limbus Company. You know, I'm not exactly the smartest person on this game. But then again, it's fine. You know what? Yeah, that's fine. Ignore everything I've said here. Ishmael's not the problem. The problem is Yisang released as a dedicated support to one unit, and he has to be in the team to do it. Which, granted, I like the idea they offset it by making him an absolute fucking unit. A beast of a tank ID. Like, you got all these things here. He's just nice. He's good. I don't think you said literally no unit can match up with Mersal as a concept. Yeah, that's true, that's true. This isn't about Mersal, though, because he doesn't have a Heishou ID yet. He will. But I like the idea that they released the IDs in pairs, and the Lord of Hongyuan is who ties them all together. But he doesn't really do that all that good. Or he doesn't do that all that well. Because if we go here, I was just doing this before. I had a little test run against this guy. Here's what my team usually looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And not even then, it's more so like this. Because Death Right Haste, they're easier to apply. And it shouldn't be. It should honestly be something like that. Or, God forbid, you do Drifting Blade. And then you apply the rest, but you never try and swap out. Honestly, here's why this team sucks. I say sucks. Here's why the team feels bad sometimes. If you're ever having to do this to defend and swap somebody out, it feels so bad because he's just trying to do everything all at once and it really disrupts the flow. Because let's say, oh, Faust is the one who's low in HP because she's been doing her big effects, you know, assist defense, and she's down, she loses some clashes. She swaps out. There's the main DPS gone. You have to swap it back in and it's 2 times per turn. There's just a lot going on and it feels bad, but it feels really good when it works. If you're not doing that, if you're sticking with like these main IDs I've selected, team's fine. Team is absolutely amazing. It's fun to play, one of the most fun teams to play, if not the best. I don't know, a lot of the complaints are just, oh, they're just raw slop damage, like they just deal raw damage, big numbers. They don't really feel like a status effect team, it's more so go in, Malfaust, win. Perfectly valid. All valid. Do we disagree so far? Anybody want to add anything to that? Anybody got anything more they want to say? Maybe they want to call me handsome, who knows? I got some more I want to say actually, but I'm going to let everyone else cook first. That's a good one. So I actually agree. I actually agree with that. And that's crazy. Because let's be honest, Burn is basically, if we go here, at the end of a turn, take fixed damage by the effect's potency. Burn just kind of sits there and does nothing. It's like extra damage at the end of the turn if you survive. Maybe. Maintaining burn count is easy. Burn is my favourite status effect. Really boring. Why is it my favourite? Because...
oh my god, he's so goddamn cool!
At least these guys are trying something new. So we could dish it with Dark Flame and Bleed. Yeah, that too. That too. I mean, Tremor has to stack. You have to be really mindful and resourceful playing Tremor. It's why I've never played it before. I don't like it. Sinking... I can't say anything about sinking yet. That's a big secret for later on. But my big complaint, and my biggest complaint yet, well, I have 2 big complaints. The first one is people will just say, Heishou bad. Actually, no, let me amend that statement. It's not that people say, it's not that people don't give an argument, it's just I don't agree with the argument. And yes, this is a personal preference thing. If you haven't guessed by now, these are all my opinions. You can feel free to disagree, you can agree. That's totally fine, also an opinions therefore, but it's my video, so I'm right, you're wrong, obviously. Don't take that to heart, that's a joke. But people will say the team is bad. But bad for the game. I don't believe that. I believe it's a good team, it's a fun team. You can mix and match. In fact, there was a time, if I check my syncing team, where I tried something like, there we go, here, you, and Malfaust. I would select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because, you know, it's a fun idea. Maybe not these two, but you can swap in and out and whatnot. This one's just good now because Waysang fixing room. Kind of. And that's no big issue with the Heishou team, but I don't think I think a lot of people glaze over actually. Put any of them in a team and they work. Do they though? Do they? Because for example, she's fine the way she is, but there's a clear discrepancy between having her in a team and having them both in a team. It's like, better yet, let me give you an example.
No. Wait. Wait.
Now, we all know this team is going to be absolutely fire, right? Because we've got these two. But what if we change it up? What if we do something like that? Well then, she gets worse because she's missing her partner. Faust gets worse because she's missing another death right She's missing another death right applier. I think the C's are fine the way they are. That's the thing as well, you probably guessed, or you can probably see this. And this is the biggest indicator of what I believe. I only have 2 IDs up to forward. That's for Lord of Hongyuan and Malfaust. Clear and above the best IDs on the Heishou team. Wait, I did someone bring up a very good point because of the way Lord of Hongyuan was designed, they had to keep releasing Heishous to make him OP as fuck. I think they could have stopped. I think after you release him, because before him, we had these. You could have done that and stopped. Honestly, the Heishous would have been good even with this. But no, they decided to keep releasing. Well, actually, let me change that. They could have stopped here, and it would have been fine. And I think that's where a lot of the disgruntledness comes from. Where it's like, okay, we've just gotten the Lord of Hongyuan. Let's release a new ID, like the new Reindeer Roach that's out, or T-Corp Otis. No, we immediately got this unit. It's like, okay, maybe we can take a bit, we can mess around, we can fix this. Within a week, people realized, hey, she's not really that good, let's not play her. So they released this unit. And then he came to the event, and he wasn't really that good. He was fine the way he is. Then they released this guy, and it was like, oh, okay. Well, that's cool. But surely we're done, right? No, then they released this unit, it's like, oh, okay, are we done with the Heishou slot? And we almost were done. And they released this. Unfortunately, she then says, shoot this unit as a Heishou pack. It was just constantly non-stop. If they spread this out over time, I don't think people would have complained as much. We were getting a Heishou with depth for every pack at one point. I hope so too. It's not bad without them, but the best with them. Yeah. Honestly, I would not be surprised if we get 2 more Heishou IDs. 4 more. No, 3 more. Firstly, a Mersault ID. Or Mersault Heishou. Then we get Ishmael Heishou. And then another Yusang. Because let's be honest, the second she gets a new Heishou ID, no one's using, well, everybody but one person is going to be using the other one, not this. There we go, I got that right. Word jumble, am I right? And then he's going to see less use. I mean, his passive's fine. It's passable. But yeah. Then again, I would argue, go back and say Major Dawn, she's also best with just the Blood Fiends. I can make a good argument to that. I can make a pretty good argument. No matter what happens, as long as you're applying bleed, as long as you are getting Blood Feast, Managed Dawn will proc no matter what. Because we all know right now, you pick the Blood Fiends, they're going to do phenomenal. But what if you don't? What if you pick something like, I don't know, like this? Okay, maybe not him, but you pick other bleed IDs. She's still going to get Blood Feast, she's still going to proc up, it's just not going to be as fast, but she's going to be amazing. That's the case for all season IDs except for Wadhun Heathcliff. He works with Sinking mainly. Yeah, I think he's the least dependent seasonal ID. Yeah, Wild Hunt's just a case of, I'm going to go in, I'm going to laugh like, yeah, whatever the fuck, and then I'm going to leave. I'm going to dip, peace out. He's fine. It's why, going forward, I think we need And here's the main point, right? We've yapped long enough. It's like 18 minutes. If you made it this far, thanks, I appreciate it. I probably slimmed it down, possibly. You know, leave out some awkward pauses, some really big fuck up moments, you know, where I disrespect Ishmael. Sorry, fraud mail. At the end of the day, I think we need to get used to seeing the Heishou team. Not because they're going to keep releasing Heishou IDs. It would be really funny, you know, like 100 seasons of Heishou slop. It'd be really funny. But because going forward, I think that's what we're going to do. I think for the Bleed team, we're going to see a Heishou ID from the Thumb. And it's going to be a case of we're going to get a whole Thumb. I think that's what we're going to see further down the line. Maybe we get one for, I don't know, Charge. We've already got... Better yet, now I think about it. We've got Charge, we've got W Corp, we've got 1, 2, 3. I don't have W Corp Yusang, but yet. Once again, another good for Rupture. But we've already got the idea of it. It's just, this is the first time they've decided, fuck it, we're going to go all in. And you know what? I'm glad they did. Because this team is fun. It is beginner friendly. It is new friendly. Oh, sorry, new player friendly. It's just newbie friendly. And that's the main thing. It's fun. This team is as easy or as skillful as you want it to be. Like, I hope Heishou Season just makes Burn like even better, or maybe since Magic Bullet always makes Burn with Dark Flame. I would like to see more Dark Flame, but let's wrap up the thoughts about the Heishous real quick. At the end of the day, if you like the Heishous, great, good for you. If you don't like them, hey, good for you. People have opinions, but I have to recommend them. They're a good team. I think they're overhated. I think what they've brought for the game is really good. They're not like the best Rupture team by any means, but they make up for that with raw sheer damage. And by raw sheer damage, I mean Malfaust looks at you the right way. Malfaust looks at you the wrong way, and you're dead. God, I would say one more thing. Hold up. What was I thinking of? Yeah, that was it. The team with Dragon Sword comes. Who's get cut off the team with Dragon Sword comes? It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Honestly, I'd do something like that. I would just forget about the Rupture. That's a nice little bonus. Focus on the pure damage and poise. I think the Heishou team are more of a poise team than a Rupture team. They just have poise, Rupture on the side. That's what I was going to say. You just reminded me. Don't treat them as a status effect team. Treat them as a raw damage team. And then it's easy to digest, easy to recommend, and they're a lot more fun. You can make them Rupture, absolutely. People have done that. In fact, that's why I need W Corp Yusang to make it Rupture positive. A Rupture count positive. Because maintaining the Rupture count is the problem. Potency is fine. Yeah, for the card, I don't have that yet. I go, yeah, that's fine. Ignore that. Editor, cut that. So I have to recommend them. Unfortunately, it's a bit late for that because we're at the end. We're approaching the end of Season 6. I believe Kanto 9 Season 7 releases on December 31st. Or maintenance will be then. It'll be January 1st. New year, new Kanto, new Heishou. Let me know your thoughts, your comments, because I've probably not covered everything here. I'm probably missing some major key points. I've probably forgotten some. But yeah, just let me know. And yeah, like and subscribe, like I said, and I guess I'll catch you in the next one. And for all you new people here, stay refreshing.